This was the year the Colts were supposed to take a step back. Even Reggie Wayne's arrival at camp suggested a season of rebuilding.
This year here is all about the road to the Super Bowl, construction.
2009 brought a new head coach, the absence of Marvin Harrison, and the expected loss of 2 offensive coaches. But Howard Mudd and Tom Moore delayed retirement. 2 rookie receivers excelled, and Jim Caldwell led Indy to a 14-0 start. The construction of a championship is almost complete. This is an Eyewitness News special edition, the Colts Super Season.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Super Season right here on Channel 13, live from Miami. Guess what? It's raining. What do you know? Just like it was when the Colts won it last time. So how appropriate that the rain has joined us. We got a great hour planned for you right here live from Miami. Coming up tonight, I talk one-on-one with the owner of your Indianapolis Colts, Jim Irsay, talking about that huge contract deal that's going to be in the works this summer for Peyton Manning. Plus, with Peyton and his dad from New Orleans, surely a couple of people in the Big East are going to be cheering for the Colts, won't they? Well, we found at least one Colts fan. And we'll take you behind the scenes, an exclusive look at the Colts Super Bowl trip to Miami. Gary Brackett's beat. He shows you the players' experience here in South Florida from his view. That's coming up tonight right here on the Super Season. Again, rain in Miami, some major storms in this area. We know you folks at home are dealing with some serious issues with the snow. So right now we want to check in with Chris Wright for the latest on the snowstorm. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, Dave. We've got a winter storm warning in effect here at home until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning across the area. The snow showers have continued to pile up, 5 inches officially on the ground here in the downtown area right now. There's a close-up look for you, live Doppler radar. I'll take you around the state. The heaviest snowfall has been across east central Indiana, where 4 to 6 inches of snow has already accumulated. Lighter amounts down to our south. We had more of a rain-snow mix from Bloomington to Bedford, Columbus, and Seymour earlier today, but that is now changed over to all snow as temperatures have cooled down. From Lafayette to Crawfordsville and down into Putnam County around Greencastle, snow showers going on there, and snowing right now from Kokomo to Carmel into the heart of the city. We're getting snowfall from Carmel on down through Greenwood. We're going to stay with snow showers over the next couple of hours across the area. Take you outside right now. The INDOT cameras on the east side over on Post Road. Roads are in pretty good shape. Lots of snow on the grassy areas. Same thing going on the city's north side right now. In terms of total snowfall accumulation amounts, we're going to have heavy snow accumulating right now at 30 degrees, but as we drop down below freezing, everything is going to ice up, expecting a total of 6 to 8 inches of snow here in the city, some spots as much as 10 inches.
All right, thanks a lot, Chris. We'll check back later on the snow. Rich Knight joins me. We're in a rainstorm in Miami. We're okay with that right now. Colts had their final practice today. At least the rain held off for that. And you have some news about Dwight Freeney.
Well, all week long, the question has been, will Dwight Freeney be able to play on Sunday? Of course, he rolled his ankle, tore a ligament in the AFC Championship. Today, head coach Jim Caldwell said that Dwight is trending in the right direction. What does that mean? Well, I think that's a pretty vague response for a reason. At this point, we don't know if Dwight's going to play on Sunday. We do know that he didn't practice today, and he didn't practice all week.
I think he'll give it a try, though. We have another story we're following. Reggie Wayne at practice today. He left 20 minutes early, injured his right knee. But Wayne, he sent me a text this afternoon saying, tell Colts Nation it's just an old injury. He's going to be just fine. Meanwhile, it's interesting to hear what Jim Caldwell has to say about this matchup.
We've had a great week of work thus far. I think our guys have been extremely attentive. They focused in, I think, on the little things the last couple of days, and so we need a couple more days of good focus. But everything's gone well, and we're looking forward to the next 2 days in preparation for the ball game.
Games like this come down to the execution, the details. The players will be excited to play. All the little things that really allow you to win games, and all the little things that potentially can cause you to lose games.
Yeah, we'll have much more on the big matchup coming up later on in the show. You know, the Irsay family have owned the Indianapolis Colts for 38 years. Jimmy Irsay took charge of this franchise in 1997, and what a ride it's been so far. I went one-on-one with Mr. Irsay. He's excited for Sunday.
Starting to get nervous thinking about getting towards Sunday at 6:25 when the ball goes in the air, and not having a kick return for a touchdown, hopefully, on the first play. So.
Do you get nervous watching the game? I mean, are you just a nervous wreck watching this thing?
Oh, man, I tell you, I think I said this at Media Day a little bit. It's nice having 1-1 because it does, you know, they can never take that from you. You've been a world champion, and you're kind of playing with the house's money, knowing that you've done it. However, you want to play for history and the legacy where all of a sudden the teams like Baltimore, Tampa Bay, St. Louis, Green Bay of the 90s, you know, them winning one versus the teams that have won 2 or more that really get talked about, the Cowboys of the 90s, the Packers of the 60s, the 49ers of the 80s. So we want to take that legacy another step higher, and winning another one, no question, would do that.
You mentioned a couple of days ago that Peyton Manning will be a Colt for life, which I think is fantastic news to Colts fans, but that's going to cost you some coin. You ready for that?
Well, no question. The bottom line is you have to keep enough for the rest of the team. Eventually, guys like Garcon and Collie are going to come up, so you have to have enough room to do that. So to me, this is actually one of the easier contracts because he will be the highest paid player in the league with Brady. Those two guys are tied at the hip. But however, you have to make sure, though, the other supporting cast, that there's enough money left. And he wants that as much as the franchise does because he wants to win as much as we do.
And I know you want to give a message to the fans. What would you say to the fans as we go into Super Bowl weekend at home in the snow watching your team play?
I would just say all Colt fans are going to be together, bonded, and hoping to meet at the parade after a victory, and knowing that we're all going to be together cheering our hearts out. And it's just a special time. Families getting together. It's something you always remember where you were watching the Super Bowl game. Some fans are down here, some will be at home, but we're all going to be bonded, really trying to get it done Sunday at 6:25 when the ball goes in the air.
And we need to say thanks to Jim Irsay for the time. He's ready for the big game on Sunday. Hey, South Beach is rocking tonight. Andrea Moorhead joins us live at the Fan Jam tonight. She's found some Colts fans.
That's right, Dave. In fact, as you said, it is truly rocking here. The party is going on. This is really the place where everybody who was somebody needs to be tonight because the Super Bowl Fan Jam is underway. Take a look at this. A lot of Colt fans walking right now on Ocean Drive having a fabulous time. But back at home in Indianapolis, it was a little touch and go. Take a look at this. We found a lot of Colt fans on their way here to South Miami. People very concerned, though, about the weather and getting out of Indianapolis to making here to South Florida for Super Bowl 44 on Sunday. But airport crews, they did a great job de-icing the planes there to make sure the runway was safe. But all is well, and flights were able to get out. And the Colts fans, as I said, taking a live look again, they are here in full force, Colts fans. And I want to talk to a couple of folks right now who are from Carmel. They lived there for 30 years. You guys just moved here to Miami. No doubt you're still Colts fans, correct?
Go Thundering Herd, been a Colts fan since 1984. My good friend Charles Boyne's right here. We're going to take them down. We're going to win our second Super Bowl.
Is this just awesome to be here tonight? What a great part.
We are so excited to see the Colts win the Super Bowl this year.
And they certainly hope that the Colts win the Super Bowl, all thanks to wide receiver Pierre Garcon. You know, he's from Miami, and we caught up with some folks who knew him well back when. Take a look. Pass catcher and playmaker. Pierre Garcon has become Peyton's right-hand man on the pro field.
Don't do it like that. Don't do it like that. Let's go.
But his early runs on the grass were made here, at the home of the mighty Lancers.
All the times that we gave him $1 for lunch money and those chips, and I say, well, listen, remember when you make it to the big time, remember, don't forget about us.
Where Garcon stood under the spotlights at John I. Leonard High School.
As he was leaving, he stayed around and worked out because he still wanted to work out and train. So he stayed out, worked out, trained with us from that spring all through the summer. You know, and it was like one of those kids, he just stayed around. You know, he was like, hey, I want to get better, and we just kept working hard to do that.
Described as quiet, they say Garcon's athletic ability led the Lancers to a football championship. He even played a second sport, soccer. It was that display of dedication, they say, showcased that Garcon was worth a second look in college to go pro.
His first college he went to was Norwich. And he wasn't, you know, he didn't really, you know, the football aspect was fine. It was a military school, all guys. It's like, Coach, man, I want to go somewhere else. I said, okay, when you come back, bring me a highlight tape. So he comes back after that first semester of being in Norwich, bringing me a highlight tape. I look at it, I said, son, you're not, I think it's like D3 or something like that. I said, you're a Division I kid.
And in the very classroom where he took history, these 10th graders are learning their future, like Garcon's, is theirs to grab and hold on to.
It makes you feel like you can come from John I. Leonard and be something.
It lets you know anybody could be somebody in the future.
Some could say Garcon's success may be all luck, but his high school family believes number 85 was predestined for Super Bowl stardom.
It's coming home for him. We've become part of the Indianapolis Colt fan club because we want him to succeed.
And Pierre Garcon will be back next month for his annual football camp, as he has always done. It's so great to see him giving back. And folks here in Miami, they love Garcon, and they are definitely cheering for our Indianapolis Colts. You know, there are a lot of great themes coming out of this game, one of which is, you know, who dat? There's some guy by the name of Reggie Bush. You know, his girlfriend is Kim Kardashian, and I like to say maybe the theme is keeping up with Reggie Bush. Do you think we can do it? Let's now go back to the stadium where Dave Calabro and Rich and I are standing by live with more on that side of the story. Hey, guys.
All right, hey, thanks, Andrew. We appreciate that. Everybody having a good time, and you get the thunder and lightning behind us right here. All right, interesting matchup for Peyton Manning and Reggie Wayne. They grew up in New Orleans. They were Saints fans.
Of course, that was when Saints fans wore grocery bags on their heads,
Yeah.
And they were not the Saints, they were the Aints. But certainly, the Saints, they were the team that Reggie Wayne and Peyton Manning used to cheer for, and now they face that team on Sunday. Grew up in the Garden District of New Orleans. His family's home is not far from the French Quarter. Peyton's father, Archie, quarterbacked the Saints and has become one of the city's icons.
He'd always sign his autographs for all the fans after the game, you know, most of these times after tough losses, but I couldn't tell at the time. I didn't really know they'd won or lost at the time.
Reggie Wayne also grew up a Saints fan in the Big Easy, starring at John Ehret High School. He knows the Saints are the sentimental favorites in their first Super Bowl, especially after Hurricane Katrina.
And growing up, you always wanted them to be good and do, you know, just make it to this point. And seeing them from the bottom of the tank all the way to the top of the tank it's been huge. What those guys are doing to that team, for that city, it's been great. And it's kind of tough on me a little bit. It's kind of bittersweet, you know, but I hate to do it. I got to do it.
We may not be the team that everybody's cheering for in this game, and that's. We're okay with that. It's going to be two great teams playing against each other.
Reggie is not taking calls from New Orleans this week.
Cut my phone off. The phone has been absolutely off because I know it's coming. It's going to be ticket requests. It's going to be a little bragging in there. You know, deep down inside, my friends, they always say they want me to do good, but it's always their Saints.
The Colts' prolific passing combination is now the enemy in their hometown. And Peyton says the Saints equipment managers who used to sort of babysit he and his brother Cooper around the locker room, they're still with the team and here at the Super Bowl.
That'll be a fun matchup to watch. Thank you, Rich Nye. Still to come on the Super Season live from Miami. We've got a special look back at the almost perfect season for the Indianapolis Colts, the path that brought the Colts back to Miami in pursuit of another Super Bowl ring. But first, the quarterbacks talk about superstitions and rituals.
Right, I'm not superstitious. Maybe a little stitious. You know, it's a bad joke. Eli gave me that joke. I'm sorry. Take it back.
A peanut butter and jelly sandwich the night before every game. And I eat the same breakfast. Study my game plan the same way. Put my socks on the same way. Just the little things.
Blast off.